Hello, this is Dan the Furniture Repairman. This is a quick video on how to create a bit of a jig using Bondo to clamp not flat surfaces. Now we're fixing this MDF piece of trim. I got a lot of water damage, it's split, and we're going to squeeze it together so it fits better. But it's not possible to get a clamp on this rounded edge. So it will move, we know that. So how do we get it so that we can apply some pressure to get a squeeze shut? And what we're going to use is a couple of boards like this, in that gapped area we're going to fill it in with our old friend Mr. Bondo. Now this isn't wood, this is a faux finished piece of MDF. So I'm going to put the tape on the cloth first to try to make it less sticky so that I don't pull off a bunch of that color when I pull the tape back off. So I tend to do this whenever I tape over a finished surface, is put the tape on my shirt or on a piece of cloth, get a little lint on there so it doesn't stick and it pulls off easier. And now I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the board, and here's our friend Mr. Bondo. He's back again, and very easy to do. There's plenty of instructional videos, a little bit of Bondo, a little bit of hardener. We're going to mix it up. I like using this product because it sets up so quickly, about 10 to 15 minutes. It's very strong, very hard. Please remember to like and subscribe. It does help us out. And I'm just going to start, applying it on the edge where the round area is. And what I want to do is I want to fill in so that when I put this board here, it's going to press against the Bondo, which will squeeze that gap shut. And it's funny, it's very sticky, so it's holding that board right in place. And I'm going to fill in on the top right here. And here's basically what I'm creating right there. So now I have my board that's going to press against the Bondo, which is going to squeeze my gap shut. And now I'm putting these two clamps on, because as I squeeze this board, it's going to want to slide up that rounded area. And these boards are going to kind of hold it in place. I'm putting my second board underneath because I'm going to apply a bit of pressure here. And I'm going to just start with a deep-throated C-clamp from the back. And I'm really going to crank down on this and try to get it to close up. Now, I'm not showing you the part where I actually glue it. This is me doing my dry fit. This is what I do when just about anything I clamp. I practice with it without the adhesive, and then I go back and I put the adhesive in again, and everything goes smooth. I work the kinks out before I get the adhesive on and get myself into trouble. So I'm going to see if I can get it to close, how much I can get it to close. And I'm using some very beefy clamps right here. So these are going to really squeeze this down, and I'm going to put a lot of them on, and I'm going to see if it makes sense even to take this approach to it. So it looks like I can get it all squeezed down and together. So what I do next is I'm going to take all the clamps off. I'm going to shoot some epoxy into there because epoxy has great gap strength. And this is it with the epoxy all clamped back together. And I let it dry overnight. I tend to always do that with epoxy, let it dry overnight. And I'm going to pull off the clamps, and I'm going to take a look and see if I've got it closed up, if I really made a big enough difference. So right now it looks like I did get it to close up a bit. And this is the Bondo jig that I made that filled in that rounded area that allowed me to apply the pressure. So now I'm pulling off my tape right here, and unfortunately I did pull off some of the finish right there, and you could see it. So I kind of created a little bit more work than I wanted to do. So right in that area you can see the white paint underneath. So this isn't wood, this is something that's painted to look like wood, but I do have it closed up quite a bit more. And we could see it right here. So we did close that gap, not all the way, but very close. And then I came back at the end, I did my touch-up with my touch-up brushes and kind of cleaned it up, made it all blend in, and it's ready to restore. So much faster than trying to make a new piece. This is Dan the Furniture Repairman. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, every time we restore a piece, we keep it out of the landfill. We also keep more trees from being cut down so that we have to build more. These are all good things. You have questions, comments, you see a video you want me to make, let me know in the comments below. You all have a good day.